Hello, welcome to another episode of Minecraft Let's Play. This is Bedrock Edition 1.21 Survival Mode. In this episode, I'd like to make honeybee farm to get honeycombs and honey bottles. But before that, I'd like to go through two things. In the last episode, I made a creeper farm at Y level 130, and because drowned zombies spawn in the ocean below, less creepers spawn inside the farm. So I have built the farm again at Y level 200 and also increased to 5 layers. Also, when I enter the world, this killing chamber are not working and I have to turn off and turn back on it again to make it work. So I'm going to make a change so that it's activated only when I'm standing at AFK point. And it can be done by using pressure plate, but because of the design, I couldn't find a way to use pressure plate without making too much changes. So instead, I will use the tripwire. First, place the temporary lever to see the redstone signal, and behind the block, place the repeater. Then place the sticky piston so it can have signal from repeater. Next, place the block of redstone on the sticky piston. Then I'm going to connect this block of redstone to the piston in the killing chamber. On the way, I have to invert the signal so pistons of killing chamber gets the signal only when I'm not in the position, which makes killing chamber stop. So let's clear out some blocks so I can see the piston. And I need to use the glass block here because if I use other full blocks, it might affect the hoppers next to it. So put the redstone torch here to invert the signal and place the redstone dust. And I guess redstone contraption is done. When I'm not in the AFK position, the signal will be on to the piston, which makes it stop. Now let's put the walls back on and change the design a little bit. Okay, I have redesigned this place and also moved the chest one blocks to the front because of the design changes. So if I stand here, it activates tripwire and the killing chamber start working. And as I change the Y level and increase the layers to 5, now I can see more creepers coming down, and I guess this should be done. Another thing I want to change is that I want to make a kind of pond here below the melon and pumpkin farm. Because I don't have infinite water source inside the base, so I have to go out to get the water every time I need. So first, let's catch some fishes from the river, which is harder than I thought. Then change this place to like this. I have used strip dark oak logs and dark oak fences. I guess it looks nice. So now I have infinite water source inside the base and I can do fishing here as well. Okay, finally it's time to make honeybee farm. I'm going to make it behind this melon and pumpkin farm. I know my base is flat and very boring, and I must say that my farm is not 100% efficient as I'm trying to fit into my base and put some designs on them, although they are not fancy. Okay, I'm just making the pathway first with polished andesite to see the space for the farm. And before I start building, I need flowering azalea leaves as they are the best for honeybee farm, especially in Bedrock edition. Okay, I have moss block. I think I got it from Wandering Trader. Anyway, let's place it on the ground and use bone meal to get azalea. Then use bone meal to azalea to grow azalea tree. And I can see the flowering azalea leaves. And I can get them using shears or silk touch tools. But shears are much faster. I think I have prepared all the materials and I have just marked the layout of the structure. Inside this farm, I'm going to have two farms, honey butter farms here and honeycombs farm here. First, let's build a honeycombs farm as it's easier to build. You can get honeycombs when you use shears to beehive or bee nest. I'm going to use bee nest as I have enough of them. I got them time to time by placing flowers in my manual tree farm. Okay, let's build some frames so I can place redstone contraption. I'm going to use glass block only at the front. And behind here, I'm going to place a temporary block, which I'm going to replace with bee nest. I'm going to place the bee nest at night because if I place it now, all the bees will come out. And behind this block, which will be the bee nest, I'm going to put observers. I'm using observers for honeycombs farm because it takes less space. Where for honey butter farms, I have to use comparators. The reason is even if dispenser with shears are activated when bee nests are not full, durability of shears won't be decreased, which means I can just dispense whenever bee nests are changed. On the other hand, for honey butter farm, glass bottle should be dispensed only when bee nest is full. Otherwise, empty glass bottle will be dropped, which makes the farm less efficient. Okay, let's place the dispenser, which should be the other way. I'm always confused how dispenser is placed. So let's place the frame here so I can place the dispenser from the bottom. And still I cannot place at right direction. Maybe I have to remove these blocks. And maybe these jungle planks as well. So I can place it from the below. Okay, now I can place it right direction. Okay, let's place some more jungle planks for the frame. And behind, I have placed these blocks, which will makes problem. I'm going to go through later because if I place the solid blocks below the dispenser, the honeycombs tends to dispense it upward, not downwards, so I cannot collect it. Okay, let's have some redstone dust and place on the top. I don't have to place it on the observers. I'm a little bit confused. Okay, I think I have to place redstone dust like this, and place the solid blocks, then place redstone dust on them. So if there's change in the bee nest, observer will send a signal to this block, and redstone dust will activate this block, and dispenser will be activated and dispense the shares. By the way, I missed out the redstone dust for the leftmost dispenser and observer because it was hidden by the jungle pranks. This one, I found out when I finish the farm and fix it later. Anyway, I placed the hopper to supply the shares to the dispenser, and I'm going to use railways to fill the dispenser with shares. Okay, I guess basic redstone contraption is done, except the railway on the top to fill the shares and railway to collect the items on the bottom. So let's bring some bee nest as it's night and place them like this. I'm not sure how many bees are there because some of them will have the bees inside and some will not, because I have collected them when I chopped the tree in the tree farm. Okay, then let's place the glass block so bees cannot escape from the farm. Next, I'm going to build a honey bottle farm. I'm not building, collecting and refilling railways yet because it's a bit complex. So I'm going to make it after I finish the honey bottle farm. Honey bottle farm will be placed here, and it will have 7 bee nests as well. But I think before I proceed, I'm going to replace the floor with oak planks. Okay, the floor is done. So let's start building honey bottle farm. Place the temporary block here. Then place flowering azalea leaves. Shouldn't be there. Uh, Maybe I'm going to use the silk touch to get it back and place 7 of them. And I need to place the dispenser. I know I have to place it from below, so let's make some temporary blocks. One more, and place the solid block so I can place the dispenser below it. Okay, let's place the dispensers. Let's build some frames first. And on the other side as well. Maybe I don't need this block, so let's remove it and make the frame. And this will be the space for bee nest. So behind it, I'm going to place the solid block behind the flowering azalea leaves. And place one more row so I can place the comparators on them. Then let's go up the farm and place the comparators like this. so it can read how full is the bee nest. Okay, let's place the solid block behind the comparator. Then place temporary block and solid blocks like this. Then I think I need one more blocks like this one. Then place the redstone dust like this one. So comparator will send the signal to solid block. Then redstone dust will pick the signal. And on the top of this redstone dust, place glass blocks so it doesn't break the circuit. Then place the solid blocks like this one. Then place the redstone dust on the glass block and jungle pranks as well. So the signal can be sent to dispenser when BNS is full. So only if BNS is full, comparator will send the signal of 5. So it's I need to go back up. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will activate the dispenser only if Venus is full. Okay, like the Honeycombs farm, let's place the hoppers to refill the glass bottles. Then I'm going to build some frames, like the Honeycombs farm, and put the bee nest inside it. Okay, I guess honey bottle farm is also done, except collecting and refilling daily waste, which I'm going to do them now. However, I don't want to go through all the way because they will be very complex. It's not because redstone contraption is complex, but it's just because I try to fit into the space here and to put chests on one side. So there will be 4 railways collecting and refilling for each farm. By the way, I need to mention that if honey bottle is not collected when the BNS is full, the dispenser will never be activated again unless I reset the signal by breaking the circuit and reestablishing it like this. It's especially for honey bottle farm because comparator will send the signal only when BNS becomes full. Usually it happens if the dispenser is empty, meaning no empty bottle or shells. It's not likely to happen for Honeycombs farm because if they activate all the dispensers whenever any of the bees honey level changes. Anyway, because of that, I'm going to make a button to reset the signal for honey bottle and honeycomb farms. So I've built some walls first to make easier to make redstone contraption. Here for the honey bottle farm, I'm going to make contraption to break the signal when I press the reset button. So if I place a solid block here, it will break the circuit, and if I break it again, it will recover the circuit. So if BNest is full, glass block will be dispensed. So to break the circuit, when I press a button, I'm going to place a sticky piston facing downwards, then place solid block below it. So if the piston has the signal, it will break the circuit and recover it after that. And now because all the dispensers working separately, I need to put uh, 7 sticky piston and solid blocks for each circuit. Then I need to place one more row like this. Then place redstone dust so I can send the signal to piston. So now I need to extend this redstone dust to the button, which I'm going to put in the collecting room. So I need to make a way to over there. Actually, I may not need to make this reset system as it doesn't happen very often, but sometimes I just want to make something fun. Anyway, I'm just making the way so it doesn't interrupt the railways. So put one more block here to make the way down. And I think I'm going to put a button now. Let's go to the collecting room. And here I'm going to put a button. Then on the other side of the block, I'm going to put redstone torch. So if I press a button, redstone torch will be off. Then I'm going to connect this redstone torch to the piston. So also I need to invert it one more. So let's put redstone torch here. Then solid block here. Then redstone dust. So if I press a button, it's turned on. So I'm just going to connect it to the piston. And maybe put repeater here. So just make sure signal is strong enough. Then I'm going to extend this redstone signal to Honeycombs farm. Just make way to here. I haven't found there's one dispenser hidden yet. That's why there's one more redstone dust here. Different from honey water farm, I don't have to break the circuit and recover it because dispenser with shears can be activated even when bee nests are not full. So to reset the farm, I can just send the signal to dispense once by putting a block of redstone or something like that. Then it will work afterward. So if I place block of redstone, all the dispenser will be dispensed once. So like honey butter farm, I'm going to use sticky piston like this and put block of redstone underneath it. So I'm going to connect this piston to the redstone signal, which I made for honey butter. So place redstone dots. And I think I'm gonna put a repeater here to make sure signal is enough. So if I press the button, pistons will extend then retract. And if there is B nest which is full, the dispenser will dispense the glass bottle. And for honeycombs, all the dispensers will dispense the shears when I press the button. And if there's a B nest which is full, it will drop the honeycomb. Before I continue, I want to explain why my railways are complex. When I built a farm, I found that minecart with hopper pulls the item very widely than I expected. In this example, bottom minecart pulls the item from top minecart, which means if I have minecart moving above the other minecart with hopper, just below it, it will pull the item from top minecart. Additionally, even though they are on the same level, one minecart can pull items from the other one when it goes up or down. Inside this farm, I have minecarts with hopper at low level to collect honeycombs and honey butters, and minecarts with chests at top level to refill the shears and honey butters. So if they are too close, the collecting minecart will pull items from refilling minecart, resulting breaking the farm. That's why my railway system became very complex. Anyway, the redstone contraption for the farm is done, so now I'm going to finish decorating the structure, and I will show you around. Okay, I have finished decorating the farm. I used mangrove for the roof and put some decoration at the front using acacia blocks, azalea leaves, and put some glowberries. And inside the farm, it looks like this. I used the honeycomb blocks for the bottom and top layer. And here is the collecting chest, and also chest for refilling shears and empty glass bottles. And this is for honey bottles. Also, I put the paintings here to hide the hopper below the chest, these ones. And these two minecart with chests will refill the shears and glass bottles, respectively. It's very hard to move around the inside the farm. However, I made so I can access every point. And you can see the reset system, which I made with sticky piston. And at the bottom, there are two minecart with hoppers, which will collect the honeycombs and honey butters. And for the honeycombs, when the railway makes the turn, sometimes honeycombs are not picked up. So I extend the railway one more block further. Also, to make sure honeycombs drop to the bottom, I have removed blocks at the bottom as much as I can. Okay, I guess that's all for this episode. I've made the honeybee farm because there are many copper blocks have been introduced at 1.21. So I think I will need honeycombs to stop copper blocks oxidize. Anyway, thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe if you enjoyed watching it. Thank you and have a nice day.